Well, hello there, guys. I'm LJ, and you're.
AJ.
And tonight we have some very interesting topics. Sorry for being gone so long, Rufus. When I leave of absence to become a writer, it did not work out. Now, tell everyone our topics.
How you doing, LJ? This is AJ. It's been a while since we hit y'all up, so we just wanted to speak to you from quarantine. As you can see, I got my nice quarantine beard going on, and he has his nice quarantine haircut going on.
I believe it's called quarantine absence of haircut.
Absence of haircut. So just checking in. I know everybody's bored out there, and you got nothing but time to watch and like and subscribe to the LJAJ show.
It's LJ Bay, so you're a guest star.
I'm sorry, the guest star mentioned my name. All right, so Logan, what have you been doing to kill time through the quarantine?
Eating, playing video games, watching television. How about you?
Definitely eating. I probably haven't been watching as much television as everybody else. I don't know. I found Hot Ones. It's about the best thing I found during quarantine.
Would recommend Hot Ones if you want to see your favorite celebrities eat wings that are so hot that they can't answer questions.
We did a version of that last night. We all did oysters, and we had how many, like 7, 8 different hot sauces in the cabinet.
Yeah, we did, and the next morning I ate so much. I ate so many of those oysters with all that hot sauce on them. It got me sick, and it got him sick too.
Yeah, it was a rough morning. It was definitely a rough morning. Also, me and JJ celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. It's weird, when you first get married, like, you're up there in front of all of your family and like all of your friends, and then like you go 20 years to the date, and like now you can't leave if you want to. Like, the state has you mandated to stay in the house. I think, honestly, for us, for 2 decades, the best anniversary gift that we had was this time. To be able to hang with the family and, like, actually communicate without, all of the regular distractions. It was an awesome 20th anniversary. And Logan actually made up a game, who knows who best. Unfortunately, I did not win that one. One of the other things that I'm doing, though, for quarantine is I've been fishing. We've been fishing. We've done a lot of fishing over the last, how many months has it been now?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
I think we're on 4. I think we're on the 4th month of quarantine.
I don't even know. I've lost all concept of time.
Now, me, I'm a pretty decent fisher. Like, I've fished, my entire life. Just pick the habit back up in quarantine. Best time, best way to think, hang out, with this guy.
Tell
Great
me who's
conversation.
the first person to catch a fish when we started again.
Okay, here's the thing. He may actually be a better fisherman than me.
Oh, please, there's no way actually to it. I caught the first couple of fish. You got lucky, you caught a couple. Then you started catching some more. I started catching even more then. And then, who was the first person to catch a bass?
No, I think I won the bass. I think I got the bass first. I think I caught the bass first. I think that, like, you've last time we went out, because we keep score, because, that's how we are. I think he beat me 4-1 last time. Like, I caught like 1 fish, and then I used your pole to catch that fish.
You did.
I did.
And then time before that it was 7-1.
I didn't skunk. So I've been going fishing, pretty much every day. What else have we been doing? Tennis. I destroy them in tennis. They don't want to talk about tennis. And lately here, basketball. We've been going as a family to play, sports. Basketball is our latest one, and sadly for both him and I, who's the best at basketball so far?
My mother.
JJ. JJ's been schooling us on the court. We will redeem ourselves as this goes on.
Dad. Also in quarantine news, my friend, he downloaded this online game that we used to play together a lot, but he deleted it because he got bored.
What was the game?
Red Dead.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so we kept playing with each other, and he got bored eventually. And then a few weeks ago, I was telling him how much more successful I was than him. I'm sorry, it was a joke, but not really. No, it was a joke. But just to see what you could do in the game, and he downloaded it again.
So y'all have had a resparking of playing Red Dead Redemption?
We've been playing it like every day for the past few weeks.
Oh, nice. Are you bringing bounties in alive now?
Yes.
Oh, I remember when you first started. You first started, like, anybody who had, like, some money on their head, bang, they were going to get it. I remember that. But speaking of, not just games, but social media and entertainment, so the big news is the president wants to get rid of TikTok.
You know what? Here's my thing on the issue. So, he says it steals data. But what thing that has terms and conditions doesn't? What about all the mobile games that most people don't even read the terms and conditions for, and they just agree? They're basically asking, "Can we have your data?" And what about the Americans? What about the American services? Think about Facebook or Instagram. You could be talking about something with someone, and then you'll see an ad for it as soon as you scroll. So, but I think I don't even think this has anything to do with national security at all. I just think he's trying to look good for his re-election. How about you?
That's deep. I don't know. To be honest with you, if it's a foreign entity that could actually do harm to us, then I would be totally okay to get rid of it and not use it. But at the same time, I'm an older generation. Like, TikTok is life right now, and I don't watch it nearly as much as you. But what would the world look like without TikTok? What do you think would happen?
Well, without TikTok, Gen Z would go insane, Dad. if you think we've done damage now, you have another thing coming. We will fight. We will avenge TikTok's death if it does happen to leave us.
You heard it here first. The revolution coming. So the other thing that's been going on is people wearing masks and not wearing masks in the age of coronavirus.
Well, my opinion on the issue is if you don't wear a mask, that's being selfish. I mean, sure, you can say you can't breathe. What about people on the ventilator? My friend lost his grandfather due to this virus, and just to think that there are people in this world so selfish that they won't even consider someone else's life. So if you believe that wearing masks is a violation of your rights, think of someone else. Think of who might die because you said, "No, I don't want to." It's about other people and not you. The world doesn't revolve around you, and your mother should have told you that.
I understand that, and I agree with you. Just listening to the way you said that, you can tell that was personal for you. Paps was a great guy, and the closest thing you had to a grandfather, like, we were really, really close to them. And I think that you don't really understand how bad this thing is until it reaches out and touches someone really, really close to you who only died because this virus was transmitting and people were not taking it serious. Wouldn't wish that on our worst enemies and hope that, just everybody comes to their better nature and just do what we have to do. This is strange for all of us.
And we can't even fully comprehend this pain because that was my friend's grandfather. He's known that man for his entire life. He fought in Vietnam. Just to see him go because of a virus was really sad, and I couldn't imagine.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Unnecessary.
I couldn't even imagine the pain my friend went through.
So, in that case, what we're gonna do to you, the LJ and AJ viewers, is we're gonna give you scenarios, and then you tell me whether you should wear a mask or you should not wear a mask.
All right, let's go.
All right. I'm going to the grocery store. But I'm going to the grocery store at 7 a.m. when other people aren't there, so I shouldn't have to wear a mask.
You should, because if the store's open, there's still a lot of workers doing stuff there. So that's for their safety.
Ah, I never knew. Wear a mask. All right. Number 2. I have hypochondria. When I put the mask on, one of the hypers, I'm scared that I can't breathe, whichever one that is. When I put the mask on, it makes me feel as if I can't breathe. I should be excused medically from wearing a mask.
Well, then try and buy a thinner one, and if you can't breathe, then have you not ever held your breath before?
Okay. I guess wear a mask and hold your breath. Better get your breath training on.
Or wait, and you could just pay someone to do it for you. I guess maybe. I mean, I know that not everyone is able to do that, but if you can and you don't want to wear a mask, then that's always an option.
Well, technically, they say that the mask does not stop you from breathing.
Oh,
so even if you have, fears or feel like you can't breathe, you really just gotta inhale and exhale, maybe. Oh, also, before we get away, this is usually Timmy's tank that's in our background. Timmy has moved on to a huge tub tank. He's in a big tub now. This space now is for our African horny toads.
African dwarf frogs.
Yeah, okay.
There's a difference between frogs and toads.
Yeah, we'll see. We bought 4 of them.
There are.
We bought 4 of them. We'll see how many, multiplies before we make, judgments. So, Logan, what you been watching? What's the best shows for quarantine for you?
From the beginning of quarantine to now?
Well, no, just give me some highlights.
Well,
Give me your 5 best shows that you've seen since quarantine.
In any particular order, or from least favorite to most favorite?
It's your channel.
All right, I'm going to go from my most favorite to my least favorite.
Okay, so number 1.
Now, my number 1 most favorite is probably Avatar: The Last Airbender. I rewatched it. I watched it when I was a lot younger, so I can't really remember most of it. And the movie.
That's a whole nother topic. All right, so that's number 1. What's number 2?
Number 2 would have to be God. I've just been watching a lot of old shows.
Like what? Give me a show. What's been taking your time?
Well, there was Lucifer on Netflix in the beginning.
Lucifer. I do remember you watching Lucifer.
I also watched Nailed It, was a baking show.
How was that?
Huh?
How was that?
It was pretty good. They get inexperienced bakers to do very hard desserts and things like that. And just, you watch them fail pretty much.
Okay. I watched some of Lucifer. I'm not really with it. Hot Ones again. I've been binge watching Hot Ones. Maybe the Ozark show that I watch with mommy. And shout out to mommy. Like, most people take binge watching. It's like, oh, I'll take it when I can get it. Mommy has knocked out at least 20 shows. At least 20 shows. Netflix, Hulu. She's made quarantine count. She's knocked everything down. So congratulations, mommy, the binge watch queen. All right, Logan, that pretty much wraps up us for this week. Let's make it a tradition to go out. You like to do fun facts. Won't you illuminate the AJ guests?
Well, instead of a fun fact, I believe I'll talk about a topic, a serious topic. I believe. Oh God, I can't think of anything serious. All right, you know what? Now I'm going to go off of stuff that we've already talked about. Wear a mask, people. No matter what the president says about, oh, don't wear. Excuse me, my pipe's a little rusty, but don't wear a mask just because it's a violation of your rights. You deserve to not wear a mask. And while you're at it, why don't you cough in old ladies' faces? Make sure they get sick, because if you get sick, they deserve to get sick as well. It's just a little joke, people. But for real, wear a mask no matter what people say, because you're not looking out for only yourself. You're looking out for the people around you. And also, schools shouldn't open. And I know what you're thinking. You're only saying that because you don't want to go to school. Well, I still have to go to school. It's online school. But because that's just putting a lot of children at risk, and there will be a lot of unnecessary consequences that could have been avoided with better judgment. So, with that, everyone, I will just leave you my message of wear a mask, not for you, but for everyone around you.
Everybody.